Hello and welcome to this tutorial. It's been a while since the last time I actually posted something on YouTube, and it's the first time I'm posting something about titanium. So, in the past few days I've been messing around with titanium and I'm trying to debug some application. So, the first thing I do is open the debugging perspective for Titanium Studio. And I was shocked by how awful it is. So, I tried to add 2 breakpoints, and it kept throwing me back and forth, and it really couldn't just break at the breakpoint. It was very confused, and it was very confusing, and I really didn't know how to use it. So I searched a little on Google, and I found a tool that called TI Inspector. And it uses your browser to debug your Titanium app. So I'm going to show you how it works and how to install it in your computer. So to install this TI Inspector thing, you gotta have npm. So you can go to Node.js and install Node.js on your computer, and you will get npm installed. So to install TI Inspector, and I already have it installed, you just do sudo npm install ti-inspector and add a flag G to install globally on the computer. So I already got it installed on my computer, and I can start it. So to start it, you just gotta cd or change directory to your Titanium project. So I got it inside my project's TI Debugger or debugging, TI debugging, and yeah, that's my Titanium project. So to start the Titanium Inspector, all you gotta do is type TI Inspector. It will start and it will give you 2 ports. The first port is a debugging server port, and it's 839s, and the other port is the DevTools port, and it's 8080. So to access the debugging perspective for TI Inspector, all you gotta do is go to the browser and head to localhost colon 8080. So as you can see, here is the title for the application I'm debugging. It's TI Debugging, and the location for that app and the application ID. But as you can see, there is no debugger sessions attached. So that's because I'm not running the application on the simulator yet. So first, let's take a look on that application. The app is very simple. I just got a window, table view, an event listener to that table view, and that event listener listens to the click on the table view, and it passes the raw data of the clicked row to a function called stibber, and that stibber function does nothing but printing a couple of console logs, and that's it. So to run the app and attach it to a debugger session, all you gotta do again is to head to the project directory and type ti build for platform iOS, and add a flag debug host localhost and the port 839s, and that's the port that we got when we launched the TI Inspector. So just quick notes before we build. The TI Inspector for some reason doesn't work for any SDK above 3.4.1. So actually I got 3.5.1 installed, and it's the latest one at the point. And when I try to use TI Inspector with that SDK, whenever it hits a breakpoint, the app just crashes. I don't know why the developer didn't release an update for it since a year ago, but it works if you use the 3.4.1. And the other thing is it doesn't work for Android. It only works for iOS. So it's fair for me, and yeah, I will go ahead and use it. So I will build the iOS app with the debugging host attached. So let's hit enter. It will launch the simulator with a debugging session. So let's see if it's going to work. So it doesn't work from the terminal. I don't know. This is an issue with my computer. So I have a shortcut command on my Sublime Text, and I can use it to build and attach the debugger session to the simulator. So it actually uses the same command that you use to build the titanium projects I just showed you on the terminal, but I don't know why it doesn't work for me. Sometimes the simulator hangs and it doesn't launch the application, so I prefer using this one. So here we go. It will launch the iOS simulator, and the app should launch and stop on this splash screen. So now if we head to Google Chrome, you will see a new debugger session. If you click this one, the app will continue running. So if we go back to Chrome, here you can browse all the code inside your app, or every single JavaScript file will be listed here. So, and if you click on any one of them, it will show the code inside that file. And now you can add any breakpoints you would like to, and you can start debugging your app. So that's exactly what we are going to do. So as I showed you at the beginning of the tutorial, I only got this table inside the window, and here I'm adding an event listener that listens on any click event that happens on the table. So I'm going to add a breakpoint to this line here, so it stops before jumping into stepper function. So let's go to the app and click on the first row. So as you can see, it triggered the first breakpoint. So here you can see all the controls you can use. You can resume, or you can, if we go back and hit, you can step over, or step onto, or step out of the current function. So as you can see, when I click that resume button, it just logged the two messages inside stepper. So now if we try to step into the stepper function, you can see that it jumped to the stepper, and now it's jumping to the first line, and now it logged the first line, and now it's going to log the second line. And if we try to click on the second row, you will see that if we step into it, it will log with an ID of 2. So now you can add this, you can add a breakpoint to any stage of the app. So as you can see, this is how I use TI Inspector to debug my apps. The good thing about it is whenever you try to rebuild the app, you don't have to come and refresh this page. It will refresh automatically for you. So it's a good application. It actually uses the open source WebKit debugger, and the bad thing about it is not maintained. The developer actually didn't release any updates, as I said, since a year ago, and I think he should really release one. But if you would like to, you can contribute to the TI Inspector project. It's on Github. Yeah, when I was searching for why it's crashing. Yeah, TI inspector. I will post the GitHub repository to the description of this video, but and I will post this this npm URL to description too. So if you would like, you can contribute to the project and you can update it and make it work for 3.5.1 or something, or you can just use it and you will have a fun time actually using it. It's a very, very great tool, and I actually love it so much. So that was my tutorial on TI Inspector, and I hope you liked it. I hope you found it informative. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment and like and share this video. So I will post new tutorials in the upcoming weeks, and so stay tuned.